Hey everyone, you survived day one. I'm so proud, and I knew you could do it. I knew you'd make it. So, we're on day two now, and today I'm going to give you some tips about eating out because this is something I know every college person does all the time, almost every weekend, if not multiple times a day, and then just for regular life too. I'm going to graduate college and going to be a real adult, and I know some of you already are real adults. So I think it's important to be prepared for these situations so you don't do really well all week and then go to a restaurant and completely blow everything you worked on for the week for clean eating. So I have a couple tips. My first tip, there's this app called MyFitnessPal, and it's been huge for me because I'm not big on counting calories because I think you should just be watching what you eat and making healthy choices, not sticking so strictly to a calorie diet. But MyFitnessPal, you can search certain foods specifically attached to different restaurants, and it'll tell you the calories and different things like that about the food that you may not have known. So if you can look ahead of time at the restaurant's menu, plug in a couple options that you think you would like to MyFitnessPal, that'll give you a good idea and be prepared to go and make the best decision you can make. So using MyFitnessPal, searching things ahead of time is my first tip. My second tip, if you're going out to eat, is to be the first person at the table to order. And this is because you've made your healthy choice, you've made your clean choice, and then you go around and listen to everyone talk about their creamy, buttery meals, and let's be honest, peer pressure sucks, and you change your mind. So, if you're the first person to order, then you make your choice, you might set a standard for other people. And you can't go back. You don't want to bug the server and tell her, oh, can I change my mind? You've made your choice and that's that. It's a lot easier to just get it done with and then not have to fight the demons of peer pressure and what everyone else is doing. So that's my second tip, is to be the first person at the table to order. My third tip is to have it your way. So be picky. And I'm a waitress. I know what this is like when people go on and specify, but I respect those people. I respect the people who want the wheat or the multi-grain and low-fat cheese or whatever it is. Be specific. If you want, no cheese on a salad, get no cheese on a salad. It's not that hard, and I promise your waitress won't mind that much. It's just a couple more buttons she has to press. So be specific in what you order, because even if it seems to be a really healthy meal, there are different ways that you could make it healthier. So with that in mind, being specific in your order and having it your way, that leads me into my fourth tip, which is paying attention to the descriptions of the food. You want to avoid the words such as creamy, sautéed, fried, gravy, breaded. Anything like that has a higher calorie base, and those are the foods you want to avoid. But there are foods that maybe say fried, and you can ask for it grilled. So, words that are better that you might see are grilled and baked. Other words, if you see sautéed, you can ask what it's sautéed in. If it's sautéed in straight butter, avoid it. If it's sautéed in olive oil, that might be a better option. That's another piece you could specify, going back to having it your way. You could ask them if they could do it in another way. So that fourth tip being paying attention to those descriptors, because those are clues as to what might be the best choice for you. My fifth tip is to stay away from the snacking. And I am the biggest culprit of this. When they put the chips and salsa on the table, if you go somewhere that they have popcorn, even the bread that you get before the meal, try to avoid it altogether. And if you know everyone at your table is really trying to eat well and eat clean, ask your server not even to bring it over. When she asks you if you want bread before your meal, say no. If it comes anyways, strategically place it, hand it to the person on the opposite side of the table and have them keep it over there. There are ways to kind of help yourself because it's so tempting to start snacking on those salty, sugary foods. And that really fills you up and you don't even have the opportunity to eat clean for the rest of your meal because you're already filled up on those snacks. And they're it's a mindless thing when you're snacking on those. You don't realize how much you're actually eating. So avoid the snacks altogether is my fifth tip. My 6th tip is to be salad savvy. So this means you're paying attention to those salads. Some of the salads on the menu have higher calories than any of the other meals on the menu. And this is because you have the creamy salad dressings with high fat cheese, all of the croutons, those add in your calories. Things with bacon, steak, or any other red meat are really going to jack up those calories and don't really make that food clean. Salads to look for are ones that have chicken or fish. You should always ask for the dressing on the side. Avoid those creamy dressings and try to go with a light Italian or balsamic or a different vinaigrette, or just straight olive oil and red vinegar. Sometimes they bring a special carton out for that too. So get the salad on the side, the salad dressing on the side. Avoid the cheese. If you want the cheese, ask for it on the side. It can just be a way to add those extra calories that you might not even taste that much anyways. And just be careful of what you're getting for a salad, and go back to specifying exactly what you want, what will be the best fit for you. My 7th tip is to not drink your calories. There's so much sugar in soda. We all know that. Soda's not great for us. But also, you want a beer with dinner, and that's great, but it adds a lot of calories. So pick those days, those special occasions that you're going to treat yourself to a high calorie drink. And always get a water. If you're going to get, if you are going to choose to have a soda, which I advise against, but get a glass of water too. So you're kind of balancing that out and still staying hydrated. So you are drinking water while you're drinking those high calories, but that just adds to your calorie intake for the day, and that just makes it tough to stay on track. With that, I suggest drinking an entire glass of water before your meal even gets there. That way sometimes we mistake hunger for thirst, and we're really just thirsty and not that hungry, so at least you are satisfying that hunger until you get your meal and kind of filling up on water, which is actually the perfect thing for you. And my 8th and last tip is portion control. A lot of the times you get a meal at a restaurant and it is 3 or 4 times what you actually would normally eat and want to eat. But we end up eating the whole thing because it's sitting right in front of us. So a good tip for this is to share with someone, split with someone. Hey, do you want to split a meal? And then you each get half, and maybe you each get a dinner salad or a side salad to kind of balance off what you might be missing. Or what I like to do when I go somewhere is I get my meal and automatically I draw a line halfway, or I find which is half. If it's a sandwich, half of one sandwich, and then I already ask for a box. May I have a box, please, before I even have eaten anything. I put that half in the box, whether it's a sandwich, a pasta dinner, whatever it might be, salad, and I put half of it in a box, and that's my lunch the next day. Because then I only have half the portion in front of me, and I kind of trick myself into thinking that that's enough because it actually is. So those are 2 ways to fight the portion control piece of that. So just to review, we have 8 tips. 1 is checking MyFitnessPal before you go out or just looking at the menu ahead of time. 2 is to be the first one at the table to order. 3 is to have it your way and specify your meal and create it how exactly you would like it. 4 is to pay attention to those descriptions and be careful of those creamy, fried, breaded words. 5 is to stay away from the snacking and try to get those chips and breads out of the way. 6 is to be salad savvy and be smart about the salads you're ordering. 7 is to not drink your calories and make sure you're drinking a full glass of water before your meal comes. And 8 is to watch your portion control and really try to regulate how much you're actually eating so you don't end up overeating. So I hope that's helpful for the next time you go out to eat. That will make a little more sense and help you guide you when it's sprung up on you and you really want to go and hang out and be social, but you don't want to ruin your clean eating because maybe you'll get asked to go out to eat today. You never know. Let me know if you have any questions. And there's also something about eating out in our files, so check that out today as well. Okay, see you later. Have a great day.